The first area of social emotional learning that we tackled was self-management. Today, I want to talk about self-awareness. And self-awareness is just so huge. And I think that a lot of people in general really struggle here, and just by watching how behaviors can kind of take over for us, because if we're not self-aware. Through mindful practice and in yoga and different practices like that this year, especially the year 2020, we've become a little bit more aware of self-awareness, if that makes sense. So let me just point out to you the areas that I have pulled out that I would love to focus on with my students. Basically, self-awareness, there's 4 things, and they include recognizing emotions, thoughts, and how they impact my behavior. So recognizing how I'm feeling, my emotions and my thoughts, and how they impact my behavior, because that's all I have control over, right? I don't have control over what others do. I have to also be able to assess my strengths and weaknesses. That's the second part of self-awareness, to know, hey, where do I struggle? And that's really important, so that when I go to tackle a job or an assignment or whatever it might be, I'm so self-aware that I know how I have to kind of really go after this, because this might be really hard for me, or this one, got it, it's cake. The third thing is that sense of confidence. And we all know through Maslow's hierarchy of needs that confidence is really up at a higher level after belonging. It's like the 4th thing on the tier, that we build confidence through taking risks, learning new things, and we won't do those things without, some of the prerequisites, which are belonging and safety and security and all those things under the hierarchy of needs. But sense of confidence is huge when it comes to self-awareness. And then the last thing is that sense of optimism. Really a tough one, especially this year. People have struggled with being able to maintain optimism in some of these kind of dark things that have happened throughout this year. And so we have to be aware of that. And so Daniel Goldman puts it in his expertise, name it to tame it, be able to name the emotion so that I can be aware of how I'm feeling, and that helps with self-awareness. Doctors Chopra and Tanzi wrote a book called Superbrain, which is fascinating and talks about self-awareness in a sense that the example they give is that people often will identify as a condition versus actually experiencing a feeling. And I find this absolutely, essentially fascinating for us to understand and learn and to teach. The example they give in their book is people will very easily say, I'm depressed, I'm anxious, but no one ever says, I'm a cold, I'm a broken leg. So it's really interesting, and so their findings is that people have a harder time when they identify as an actual condition versus knowing what the feeling is. So being able to say, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling anxious, versus actually identifying it and making that who I am. So I'm not a broken leg. I got a broken leg right now and it hurts, and I'm aware of that. So I think self-awareness is really a powerful thing to teach. So remember those 4 things that I have pulled out, which are recognizing emotions and thoughts and how they impact my behavior, assessing my strengths and weaknesses, having a sense of confidence, and being able to have a sense of optimism. And the more we can do that, the more we can be self-aware. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. I speak and consult on school behavior, and I love to help districts solve some of these problems. See you next time.